Hey warriors, welcome back to the channel. There's a reason you keep losing control. A reason people can still provoke you, push your buttons, and drag you into their chaos. It's because you still care too much. You still let emotions lead you. You still let others decide your peace. In this world, the one who stays calm while everyone else loses their mind is the one who wins. Think about it. The calm man is feared. The emotional man is controlled. When chaos hits, when people panic, argue, or break, the one who stays silent becomes the one everyone watches. Because stillness is power. Machiavelli once said, "The wise man does at once what the fool does finally." The fool reacts. The wise man observes. He lets everyone show who they are first, their anger, fear, insecurity, while he stays untouched. His calm is not softness, it's strategy. His silence is not weakness, it's a weapon. Calmness is a form of psychological warfare. When you don't react, you don't give people the control they want. You make them doubt themselves. You shake their confidence without speaking. The loud person always reveals their emotions, but the calm one, the man who doesn't flinch, doesn't explain, doesn't chase, becomes dangerous. This world doesn't reward the overly kind, it rewards the composed. It rewards the one who doesn't fall apart when life becomes difficult. Everyone wants to be confident, but most people don't understand that composure is stronger than confidence. Confidence can be faked, calmness cannot. In this video, you'll learn how to become cold, not dead inside, but controlled. Calm, not weak, but unreadable. You'll learn how to stop seeking approval, how to stay steady in chaos, how to use silence like armor, and how to make people respect you without speaking. Because once you master your emotions, no one can use them against you. That's when you become something rare, a man who cannot be broken. Now drop this affirmation in the comments. I control the storm within. Let's begin. Number 1. Find peace inside chaos. The weak wait for peace to come. The powerful create peace inside themselves even when everything around them is falling apart. Chaos is not a sign to panic. It is a stage for those who know how to stand firm while others collapse. When the world screams, you whisper. When people rush, you move like water, slow, steady, controlled. That is how you rise above the masses. Anyone can be calm when life is easy. Only rare minds stay centered in the storm. Machiavelli once said, "He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command." But you can't command anything until you command yourself. Every moment in life is a battle between your impulse and your intelligence. Chaos is just life testing which one leads you. Most people break because they think peace is something outside, a quiet place, a safe moment, a small escape from problems. But real peace starts inside you. But the Machiavellian mind understands that peace is something built inside, shaped through fire, and created in the moments when everyone else loses control. It's not about running away from the storm, it's about becoming the calm at its center. When others argue, you watch. When they fight to be heard, you save your energy. Your silence becomes a mirror that exposes their instability. The moment you stop reacting to noise, the noise loses its power over you. You must train yourself to feel chaos without absorbing it. The world will send conflict, betrayal, confusion, and pain your way. Not to break you, but to test whether you can stay centered. Breathe through the fire. Let it move through you without destroying you. Because the moment you understand that peace is not something you find, but something you build, you stop waiting for the world to calm down. You become the calm. Remember this. Chaos only destroys the man who tries to fight it. The wise man does not fight chaos. He watches it until it destroys itself. That is why people who live in panic are easy to control. They reveal their emotions, expose their thoughts, and hand over their peace to anyone who knows how to trigger them. But a calm mind is unpredictable, unreadable, and unstoppable. Your stillness becomes your strongest armor. It's not coldness, it's mastery. When you can remain steady while surrounded by noise, you reach a level of strength no one can copy. So stop running from difficult moments. Face them until fear grows tired of chasing you. Because peace isn't comfort, it's control. And when you can hold peace inside your chest while the world shakes around you, you've already won. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I am calm in the storm. Number 2, strength is born in silence. Silence is not emptiness, it's stored power. The loud speak to prove themselves, but the strong stay quiet to protect their advantage. Real strength does not need attention. It moves like a shadow, watching everything, calculating every detail, waiting for the right moment to act. When you understand the value of silence, you stop wasting energy on useless words. You begin to realize that every time you argue, explain, or defend yourself, you give away pieces of your control. Machiavelli once said, "The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must be a fox to see the traps, and a lion to scare the wolves." Silence is the bridge between both. It teaches you when to wait, when to speak, and when to disappear completely. Today's world is full of people desperate to be heard, revealing their plans, fears, and weaknesses, not knowing that power dies the moment it becomes visible. But those who master silence understand that mystery is strength. The less you reveal, the more others imagine. The more they imagine, the more they fear, because nothing scares people more than the unknown. A man who speaks little forces everyone else to guess. That guessing becomes their mental prison. While they waste their energy trying to figure you out, you stay in control. That is the art of psychological warfare, making others reveal themselves while you remain unreadable. Silence also builds discipline. When you learn to hold back your reactions, you develop patience. And patience is the weapon that destroys those who rush. Every moment you stay calm while others lose control, you gain invisible power. In silence, you hear what others cannot. Tone, intention, weakness. You begin to notice what lies beneath words. You start to understand the true motives behind every smile, every compliment, every question. Most people talk just to fill empty space. The Machiavellian mind uses that empty space as a mirror. In stillness, you see how easily people expose themselves when they feel uncomfortable with silence. Let them speak. Let them reveal. You simply listen, store information, and strike when the moment is right. That is strength, not the type that needs attention, but the kind that quietly controls outcomes. The more silent you become, the more people project their fears onto you. They will call you cold, distant, arrogant, because they cannot read you. But understand this, their discomfort is proof of your power. Let your silence do what words cannot. A quiet mind is a dangerous weapon. It hears everything, forgets nothing, and waits without emotion. That is where real strength is born, in silence so deep that even chaos cannot touch it. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My silence holds power. Number 3, stop chasing approval. Let it chase you. The moment you start seeking validation, you give away your freedom. Approval is a leash disguised as praise. The more you want it, the easier you become to control. Most people don't realize their whole life is shaped by the opinions of others, how they talk, dress, behave, even what they dream of becoming. But when you live like this, you stop living for yourself. You start performing for an audience that doesn't even care. Machiavelli once said, "Men are driven by two main impulses, either by love or by fear. The masses chase love because it feels safe. The powerful choose fear because it demands respect." Seeking approval makes you predictable, and predictability destroys power. You begin to shape yourself into what others expect, endlessly editing your truth to keep them comfortable. But every time you do that, another part of your authenticity dies. Power begins the moment you stop explaining yourself. When you stop needing permission to exist as you are, approval becomes an illusion. People respect those who do not chase it. When you move with purpose and certainty, people naturally gravitate toward you, because true confidence without validation is rare. Humans are drawn to what they cannot influence. That's why the person who doesn't care about being liked becomes the one everyone tries to impress. That is the paradox of power. The less you seek approval, the more it comes to you. To master this, you must learn detachment. Detach from praise, detach from criticism, detach from the desire to be seen. The Machiavellian mind understands that being liked is temporary, but being respected lasts forever. Respect is created through boundaries, through the ability to say no without explanation. When you stop fearing disapproval, you become untouchable to manipulation. People will test you. They will hold back validation, question your choices, and try to shake your confidence. This is how they measure your strength. Most people break under silence because they see lack of approval as rejection. But the wise understand that rejection is simply redirection toward power. When you stop chasing acceptance, you begin attracting it. You become magnetic, not because you want attention, but because you no longer need it. People are drawn to what they cannot fully read, and detachment is the deepest mystery of all. It radiates control, confidence, and dominance. From that point forward, everything begins to shift. Conversations, relationships, opportunities. When you stand alone without seeking anyone's validation, the world is forced to recognize you. Your independence becomes your throne. So stop proving, stop pleasing, let others be the ones who chase your approval. Because true authority is never handed to you. It is claimed by the one who no longer asks for it. Drop this affirmation in the comments: I don't seek approval. Number 4. Composure commands more than confidence. Confidence can be faked, but composure cannot. Anyone can stand tall, speak loudly, and pretend to be fearless. But the moment real pressure hits, their mask breaks. Composure, however, is a quiet form of authority that never disappears, no matter how violent the storm becomes. It is the kind of presence that silences a room without a single word. When you carry composure, you don't need to prove anything. Your energy speaks louder than any speech. Machiavelli once said, "It is better to appear merciful, faithful, humane, religious, and upright, but to be able to change as fortune and circumstances demand." That's the essence of composure. The ability to adapt without letting emotions take over. To stay balanced while everyone else swings between extremes. The world admires confidence because it's visible, but it fears composure because it's unshakable. A confident man seeks attention. A composed man already commands it. When others argue, he listens. When they rush, he moves slower. When the environment tries to provoke him, he remains unmoved. That is when people see he is different. They feel his control. They sense his depth. He doesn't rise to every challenge because he knows reacting is giving chaos power over him. The composed man studies the battlefield while others exhaust themselves. His calm is a weapon sharper than aggression. True composure is forged in discomfort, through situations that test patience, tempt ego, and trigger emotions. Every moment you resist reacting, you build a fortress inside your mind. The strongest men in history were not the loudest. They were the most disciplined under pressure. They understood that staying calm under attack is more intimidating than any show of strength. When you keep your tone steady and your eyes firm while others lose control, you dominate without confrontation. That's how leaders are born. Not by shouting commands, but by carrying stillness that others instinctively follow. Composure also kills manipulation. People cannot twist your emotions if they cannot read them. They cannot control your mind if they cannot predict your reaction. Being calm is not passive. It is the highest form of defense. It is awareness, strategy, and patience in disguise. When you master composure, you stop acting on impulse. You begin responding with precision. Every gesture becomes deliberate, every decision free from emotion. That is when you rise above noise and chaos. Confidence may burn bright for a moment, but composure lasts through every season. The man who stays calm under pressure commands both respect and fear, and that is true power. Never let chaos dictate your tone. Never let noise shake your core. Once you master composure, you don't just control yourself, you control the room. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My calm commands power. Number 5. Feel everything, show nothing. You are not meant to be emotionless. You are meant to be unreadable. The strongest men feel everything: pain, betrayal, disappointment, rage, but they never let the world see it. They turn emotion into intelligence. Every feeling becomes fuel. Every scar becomes strategy. Showing your emotions to the wrong eyes gives them the keys to control you. Machiavelli once said, "Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception." The same applies to emotions. You do not win by showing them. You win by mastering them. Most people confuse expressing feelings with strength. They think venting makes them real. The truth is, the world doesn't reward emotional transparency. It exploits it. The more people know what affects you, the easier it is for them to use it against you. The moment someone sees what angers, worries, or scares you, they already have a map of your weaknesses. The Machiavellian mind knows emotions are signals, not instructions. You can feel everything without reacting to anything. That is emotional control, the art of letting energy flow through you without losing your center. When you feel anger, don't explode. Study it. When sadness comes, don't drown. Observe it. Emotions lose control over you when you refuse to perform for them. That is what separates the powerful from the weak. The powerful turn emotional storms into silent strategy sessions. They don't deny their pain, they refine it until it sharpens their awareness. Showing emotion is not strength. Controlling it is. Silence confuses manipulators. Indifference disarms the arrogant. Composure destroys those curious enough to watch you fall. Your calm under pressure drives others mad because it exposes their lack of control. When they expect a reaction but get stillness, they begin doubting their own power. That is psychological dominance. But know this, feeling nothing is not the goal. Feeling deeply, yet remaining calm is. Every emotion you master becomes a brick in your foundation of power. Most people flee from emotions because they fear being consumed by them. You will learn to stand firm as they rage inside, knowing storms always pass, but discipline remains. The man who faces his emotions without letting them define him becomes untouchable. The world will test you. It will throw people, losses, and temptation at you to see if you break. But you will not. You will feel everything, yet reveal nothing. You will let others wonder what moves behind your eyes while you quietly build your empire. That is not suppression, that is mastery. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I feel deeply, but reveal nothing. Number 6. Weak minds react. Strong minds understand. Every reaction is a confession. The moment you act impulsively, you show what controls you. Weak minds are slaves to emotion, dragged by anger, jealousy, or fear. They react because they lack discipline. Silence feels unbearable to them. Strong minds don't rush. They study, interpret, and understand. They see beyond the surface of every situation. Machiavelli once said, "A prince never lacks legitimate reasons to break his promise." Meaning, the wise act from reason, not emotion. They bend situations to their advantage because they understand before they move. The fool reacts immediately, revealing his intentions, while the strategist observes, learning how to turn every attack into opportunity. Understanding is power because it gives choice. Reaction is slavery because it hands control to others. When you react, your enemies lead. When you understand, you lead. The modern world trains people to react instantly. Social media, arguments, competition, constant noise, pushing you to answer, defend, explain. That is how the weak expose their insecurities. The Machiavellian mind knows that silence after provocation is not avoidance. It is dominance. When you delay your reaction, you create tension. In that silence, others reveal their intentions, fears, and limits. That is when understanding becomes your weapon. You start to see who is emotional, who is manipulative, who is genuine. Once you understand them, you can control them. Weak minds want to prove themselves right. Strong minds care only to know the truth. That difference defines power. Understanding requires patience, and patience belongs only to the disciplined. A calm observer learns more in 1 minute of silence than a reactive person learns in a lifetime of noise. The strong do not defend their image. They let results speak. They don't argue for dominance. They plan in silence. They don't chase respect. They make it inevitable. The one who reacts becomes predictable. The one who understands becomes a ghost, untouchable and unreadable. To master understanding, you must train your ego to stay silent. Don't assume. Don't take things personally. Never let emotion make decisions. When someone disrespects you, don't rush to defend your pride. Ask why they felt the need. When someone lies, don't confront immediately. Study what fear drove them. When you understand instead of react, every insult becomes information, every conflict brings clarity, every betrayal teaches. That is when your power becomes unbreakable. A mind that understands has already won before the reaction even begins. Every fool can react, but only a ruler remains calm enough to understand. Drop this affirmation in the comments: I don't react, I understand. Number 7. Power doubles when you stop explaining. The moment you stop explaining yourself, you step into real authority. People who constantly justify their actions show uncertainty, and uncertainty invites control. The more you explain, the weaker your position becomes, because explanation is an apology disguised as reasoning. Machiavelli once said, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." Fear is not born from words, it comes from mystery. When people cannot fully read your motives, they respect you out of caution. But when you explain every move, you become transparent, and transparency destroys power. The Machiavellian mind knows that silence creates hierarchy. Speak less, and your words carry weight. Explain less, and your actions gain impact. The powerful do not waste energy proving their worth. They let results speak with ruthless clarity. Every explanation invites debate, and debate is a trap designed to pull you into emotional territory. The wise never enter that battlefield. They simply act, decide, and move on. The strong know their choices need no approval, and their silence after judgment terrifies those who expect explanation. You must understand, people don't want truth. They want comfort. When you explain, you try to give it. In doing so, you lower yourself to their level, but when you stay silent, you force them to sit with uncertainty, and that uncertainty becomes your power. A calm man who doesn't explain himself appears dangerous because people cannot predict him. They wonder what he knows, what he plans, what he might do next. That psychological edge is priceless. When you stop explaining, you shift from defense to dominance. You become a presence that seeks respect, not understanding. In a world obsessed with validation, silence becomes rebellion. It unsettles the weak because they realize they cannot control you. Stop telling people your reasons, your dreams, your next move. Let them guess, let them misunderstand. Power grows in shadows, not in discussions. You owe no explanation for your choices, your silence, or your distance. Every time you resist explaining, you strengthen your independence. People will call you arrogant, cold, mysterious. Let them. Their confusion proves they no longer have access to your mind. The moment they stop expecting explanations, you've already won. True power is not loud. It moves silently, acts without applause. The one who doesn't explain holds the advantage of unpredictability. And unpredictability is the heartbeat of dominance. Never reveal your intentions, just execute them. Never show your strategy. Let the results appear. Power doubles when you realize silence is your greatest answer. Now you understand what makes a person truly unbreakable. It's not physical strength, loud confidence, or constant expression, it's control. The one who remains calm when everything collapses, silent while others scream, who no longer explains, reacts, or chases, that is the person the world cannot defeat. Machiavelli once said, "The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present." The powerful move with reason, not emotion. They adapt, evolve, and stay unshaken. Storms will keep coming, but they will no longer move you. People will test you, but they will no longer control you. When your emotions belong to you and not the world, you become a master of yourself. And self-mastery is the highest power. From this moment, stop proving, stop defending, stop chasing recognition. Let your silence command it. Let your energy speak louder than your words ever could. And when people wonder how you stay calm while everything burns, just smile. They will never understand. Calmness is not peace. It is domination over the mind. You are no longer the storm's victim. You are its center. If this message reached your soul, remember, This strength is rare, but it can be built. If you are ready to grow sharper, colder, and wiser like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to join the circle of minds that refuse to be broken. Drop this final affirmation in the comments. I am calm, cold, and untouchable.